Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. My name is Mohammed Ali, and in this video tutorial we will we will implement basically the phone number authentication using Firebase in Android Studio. Just like you guys see in WhatsApp, that is for the login you have to provide your phone number, and then once you enter your phone number, then it sends you a code, and after the app verify the code, then you will be logging into the app. Okay, so let's do that. So in the previous video tutorial, first of all, let me tell you, if you have not watched our previous video tutorial in which we create this phone login activity, okay, so please go and watch the previous video tutorial first. The link will also be available in the description down below, okay, to that tutorial. So first go and watch the tutorial, and we have just add this edit text field and the send verification code button, and also then we for the verification code button, this is okay, and then we have a verify button which is now invisible, which will be basically for the edit text, which is also invisible for the verification code input. Okay, so please go and watch the previous video tutorial and you will understand everything. Now what we have done, that is we have defined these fields, and then we also initialized all our fields here inside this onCreate method. Now the next thing which we're going to do is, if the user enter his phone number and when he click on the send verification code button, then what we're gonna do here in our send verification code button dot set on click listener, we have to get the phone number first. So in order to do that, what we're gonna do here, we can say string, and we can call this as phone number equals to input phone number, which is basically our edit text. Okay, dot get text dot to string. And once we get that, then we have to verify that either if it is empty or not. I mean, the user has to write his phone number first. So we can say if text_utils dot is empty, if the phone number is empty, then we will just tell the user, that is, please enter your phone number, or you can say phone number is required. You can type any message here, okay, whatever the message you want to tell the user. And then if everything is okay, if the user has already put his phone number, then we can do the rest of the thing, that is to send the verification code to the user. So how we can do that? For that, first of all, we will go to the Firebase docs, okay, to the documentation for the authenticate with Firebase on Android using a phone number. First of all, this link will be available in the description down below. You can simply click on that and it will redirect you to here, okay, and it is important to see the documentations. So before you begin, what we can do, all you're gonna need is to connect your Firebase Android project, to connect your Android project with the Firebase database. So we have already done this, okay, in the very first video tutorial. So we can skip this part, we have already done that. Now the second step is to go to the Firebase console. So here you can simply go to your Firebase project, click on authentication, then click on the sign in method, and here you can see we have this phone. So click here and make sure to enable this, and then click save. And you can see now the phone is enabled. Okay. Now the next step is to send a verification code to the user phone. So it is very simple. What you're gonna do, all you're gonna need is to copy this, okay. And let me tell you, I will explain everything which is not mentioned here, okay. For further explanation and understanding, here you can see they have provided all the explanation, okay. So there is no need for me to explain everything in detail, okay. You can read this, okay, and also the comments are available alongside with it. I will explain everything that is not mentioned there. So you can simply paste that here, okay. And now I will explain this also, but before that, let me read this. Okay, so what we're gonna do, come here above, and here we can say private phone auth provider dot on verification state change callbacks, and we can call this as callbacks. And now here you can see this is the phone number which we get from the user, okay. So the first one is the phone number, the second is the time, that is 60 seconds, okay. Here we define this unit of timeout. So within that time, a user will receive a verification code on his mobile phone, or you can say on the SIM card on which he wants to verify. He wants to create an account or log in into our chat app which we are developing. And the fourth one is the context. So the context is our phone login activity dot this. And the last one is the callbacks which we just created, which is the phone auth provider. Okay. And now the next thing is, let's go to the docs, and here we have this m callbacks and all these things. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is that m callbacks equals to new phone. Okay, so let's do that. We can now, here after this, we can say callbacks equals to new phone auth provider dot on verification change. Okay, which is this one, the first one. And you can see this, make sure to put a semicolon here. And here we have two method, which is on verification completed and on verification failed. So this method will be called whenever a verification is completed successfully. Okay, and on failure this method will be called. So you will understand it, everything we have to, I will define it further, I will explain it further, but first we have to complete some steps here. And the last one is this on code sent, which is this one. Okay, so copy this method from here, control C, and now come here and let's paste that method here also. Okay, and the most important thing is to remove these comments from here, also remove this thing. And yeah, now let's define these m verification ID. So come here above, and here we can say private string, and you can pass that. And the second one is the code resent. So copy this m resent token, and this is the phone auth provider dot force resending token and m resend token. So this method will be called when a code is sent to a user phone, to his mobile phone. So now first of all, here we have this on verification complete method. So the last thing which is left is, if you scroll down here, then here we have this sign in the user method. Okay, so if the verification is completed, then we will sign in the user to the main activity, okay, to use our app. So copy this method from here, and now come here and outside the on create method, okay, outside this method, here we can paste our that method which we just copied. Okay, and it needs mauth, which is the Firebase auth. So let's do that. So here we can say private Firebase auth mauth, and now we have to initialize it here inside our on create method. So we can say mauth equals to Firebase auth dot get instance. And now the next thing is to remove these things from the if statement, and also what we're gonna need is to remove. So the first of all, if the verification is completed, that is, let's say if a user enter phone number and we will send a code, the verification code, and then if he verify that code, then we will allow the user to log in into our app, to our main app. So for that, what we're gonna do here, we can simply call that method, which is sign in with phone auth credential, which is this method. Okay, so it needs this parameter, which is phone auth credential. So you can simply copy this and paste that here. Now the next thing is, this will be for the on verification completed. Okay, and I will explain this sign in with phone auth credential method just now. Okay, now the next thing is the on verification failed. So let's say if a user enter invalid phone number, or you can say if the user provide a wrong verification code, then this will execute basically. So here we can just display a toast message to the user, and we will tell the user that is invalid, please enter correct phone number with your country code. So this is just the toast message. You can display any toast message here, okay, about the invalid phone number. So this is the toast message if the verification is failed, and if the code is sent to the user, then we have to notify the user that is the verification code has been sent to you, okay. So we can display that using the toast message. So here we can say code. First of all, you can see here we have this send verification code button, okay. So we have this visibility for the buttons and the edit text. Control X, okay, cut that code from here. You don't need it here, okay. We have to play with these edit text and buttons. So cut that code from here, and now come down here. Here we have our this on code send button, okay. So what we're gonna do, if the code is sent to the user mobile phone, then paste that code here, okay. So we will invisible the send verification code button and the phone number edit text, okay, and we will visible the verify button and the verification code input edit text, okay. So we will visible both of that. And now what if in case of failure, what we're going to do if the user phone is invalid, then what we're going to do, we can simply paste that here, and we will make this visible, and also the input phone number will be visible. So in that case, a user has to provide his phone number again, the correct or you can say the valid phone number, and we will invisible the other two fields. And now for the verification code to verify, for that we have to implement some few line of code. So as you know that we have the verify button, okay, and for that we have the verification code input edit text, okay. So what we're gonna do here after this send verification code button, let's set a click listener on our verify button. So verify button dot set on click listener, new on click listener, and here first we have to make sure that all these two fields are invisible, which is the send verification code button and the input phone number, because now this is the process where a user has to enter the verification code which the server sent to his mobile phone. So first of all, we have to get that text, I mean that verification code. So we can call that as verification code equals to input verification code, which is our edit text, okay, dot get text dot to string. And now we have to verify. So we can say if text utils dot is empty, so it must not be empty, and then we can say verification code. So if it is empty, we can just tell the user that he is please write first, and if it is okay, then now go to the docs, and here we have this the third point, which is create a phone auth credential object. So all we're going to need is to copy this so that we can create this object of the phone credential. So you can simply paste that here and make sure to put a semicolon here at the end. So the first one, the parameter it needs is the verification ID, which is this one, which we just created earlier, which is m verification ID. So copy this and come down here and now paste that here. And the second thing is the code, which is the verification code which a user will enter after receiving that code in his mobile phone. So we can paste that here, okay, verification code. So once the user enter that verification code, then we are going to call the method which is sign in with phone auth credential, and we can pass this credential to it, okay. So then it will check that method. I will explain it now. So then that method will check if it is correct or wrong. So pass this credential to it, and now come down here to the sign in with phone auth credential method. So if the task is successful, it means that the user has provided the correct code and now he is ready to go to the main app. So let's create a progress dialog for that. So here let's call this as loading bar, and here in our onCreate method we can initialize that. So we can say loading bar equals to new progress dialog, The context is this. And now here in our else statement, which is the send verification code button, here we can say loading bar dot set title, and the title will be phone verification, and then we will display a message to the user. So we can say dot set message, and we will tell the user that is please wait while we are authenticating your phone. Loading bar dot show, and in order to loading bar dot, let me write it, set cancel on touch outside to false. So if a user click on the screen, then this loading bar will not disappear until it complete until the app successfully allow you to log in. And also copy this, and let's change this toast message to please enter your phone number first. Okay, we need to display appropriate messages to the user. Okay, so now here for the verification code, here we can also display that. So we can paste that code here, which is phone verification, or okay, here it will be code verification. The verification code, you can call it instead of that. Let's call it as verification code. Please wait while we are verifying verification code. So yeah, that's it. And now come down here to the method, which is this one. Okay, and now here we can first dismiss the loading bar if the sign in is successful, and then we can display a toast message, and that message will be congratulations, you are logged in successfully. And what we're gonna do next is to send the user to the main app, which is our main activity. So we can call a method here which is send user to main activity. Let's create that method here, phone login. Okay, so here we can say intent, main intent equals to new intent. We are on the phone login activity dot this. We want to send the user to the main activity, or we can say main activity dot class. Make sure to put a semicolon here, and then we can start the activity and then finish the previous things. And in case of error, what we're gonna do, we can first get the error message. So we can call this as message equals to task.getException string, and we can display it by using the toast message to the user. So here we can say error and then display that message. And now we will test the app. But before we test the app, one important thing which I want to tell you guys is that before you enter your phone number, you must provide your country code. And if you do not know that is what is your country code, then let me tell you that is, let's say if you live in America, then you can simply go to Google and write here that is USA phone code, and it will tell you your country code. That is for America it is +1, and let's say if you live in Pakistan, so you can simply write Pakistan phone code. Okay, and this is the Pakistan phone code, the country code for the phones. And if you live in India, let's say, so you can simply write India phone code, and here you can see this is +91 is the India phone code. So in this way this thing will work. Okay, so make sure to remember that. And yeah, everything is okay now. And one thing which we gonna check is that here when we say that is phone verification failed, if this is failed, then we can simply dismiss the loading bar here also. And also for the on code sent, we can dismiss the loading bar dot dismiss. So yeah, now let's run and test the app. And let me tell you that you must test your app on your real Android phone. Okay, it will not work on the Android emulator. So here we go, our app is running now successfully. And now let's click on phone button. So now first of all, here I will provide the country code, the country where I live. So I enter the country code, and then my phone number I will write. So it is First I will check for this phone, okay, that is within, I'm trying to log in using my this phone number, on the which I am testing this app. So I will enter my phone number. So I write the phone number alongside with the country code, and now I will click on this send verification code button. So it says phone verification, please wait while we are authenticating using your phone. And you can see it says code has been sent, and it sends us to the new activity, and automatically, I do not enter the code and it send me to the main app. And if I show you, because I am using the same phone, okay, so you can see this phone code message, okay, they sent me, okay, and if I show you, then you can see it is 2779850 is your verification code. Log in using the same phone, so that's why it automatically verify my phone number, and it send me to the main activity. And now from here I will simply start using this app. So now we will check for the other phone, okay. I will enter the phone number, the other phone number, and I will try to log in inside this mobile phone. Let's say my brother mobile phone number, okay. So what I will do, I will simply click here on this phone button, and now here I will write my brother phone number, that is first of all the country code and then the phone number. And now after writing, now let's press the send verification code button. So you can see, please wait while we are authenticating, and here we go, code has been sent, please check and verify, and it send us, it display us the verification code, edit text and verify button. And I hope you hear the voice. I received the code on my brother mobile phone. I will also show that code to you guys. And now you can see that it is not automatically verify the phone number, okay, because the phone number, I'm using my brother phone number, okay. So here we go, this is the code which we received, okay, on my brother mobile phone. So I will simply type that code here, 14885. So now I will simply click on verify, and it says please wait while we are verifying verification code. Congratulations, you are logged in. Please enter and update your profile. Okay, so we are successfully logged into our app. Okay, and now from here you can simply type, you can now use the app. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video, and in the next video we will work on the contacts. So take care of yourself and bye for now.